Us live now. Partner PwC and Chairman Direct Taxes Committee. Appreciate you being with us. You, of course, are also a chairman of a key committee of Assocham. Mr. Chaufla, let me draw you in here first on your overall assessment of the budget today. What did you make of the announcements by the FM, Nirmala Sitharaman, and also the tax aspects of the budget? What did you make of that?
Thanks. So, my analysis and view of the budget, it's a very balanced budget. I'll not repeat what my predecessors have already said, Mr. Kant, Mr. Minda. So they have already elaborated on the various sectors which were touched upon by the Honorable Finance Minister. And in a very balanced way, whether it is the semiconductor or it's a manufacturing or, education and other sectors have been, infrastructure have been touched upon, and various schemes and various areas have been spoken of, including what all needs to be done in the next year. So it really lays down a roadmap for the years to come. And as my predecessor, Mr. Khan, said that in the era that we are living in, which is very uncertain, with all the geopolitical challenges, I think India is holding its flag high as a growth area. It's 6.5 to 7%, and some of the announcements made today are really geared toward that. One thing which I noticed and which is very prominent is that a logical way in which the whole fiscal policy has been looked at, including taxation as one of the policy, which is very important in trying to drive home the various points and the sectors which have been touched upon. For instance, if you look at the whole new technology, IEA, etc., AI, artificial intelligence, and the new technology, data center as an infrastructure is one of the key components there. And there to attract investment, foreign investment from the hyperscalers, very clearly the exemption has been provided. And not only that, in order to allay any fears of the Indian data centers, safe harbor rules have been devised. In order to, and you spoke about manufacture. So one other area from a tax perspective, which has been touched upon, is that foreign companies who provide capital equipment and tooling. So there's an exemption for 5 years.
Yes, very quickly, I want to quickly intervene there by asking you, though, what spooked the market according to you? We saw a downward spiral today. The markets have ended, I think, in the red. What spooked the markets today?
I think one is that, there is a lot of fine print that has to be gone into. And one thing which may have spooked the market is the introduction of STT, the Security Transaction Tax on Options and Futures. The increase in there. So maybe that was one of the points, because otherwise, if one looks at it from an overall perspective, I think it's a very balanced budget. And clearly, all the other announcements are linked to the tax policies. Announcements are linked to that. Now, the other would be that maybe, as a salaried taxpayers, people were expecting some relief on the standard deduction, etc., which has not happened. But having said that, last year itself, there was a rationalization of the slab rates and the tax rates. So to expect that again, I think was asking for a little bit of too much. But TCS rates have been brought down, whether on overseas travel or overseas education, etc. So I think on an overall basis, one clearly geared towards and the tax policies aligned with the other fiscal policies geared towards manufacturing, attracting foreign direct investment, and also in the services sector. If you see for GCCs, there's always been a question that how would India attract foreign talent, because somebody who comes in from abroad to India and then has to pay taxes. So there also there's a exemption provided for 5 years for any non-resident who would come in on any income which is not sourced or not deemed to accrue or rise in India. So I think it's a matter of time where people go through the fine print, and then possibly the market would look up.
All right. Let me also draw in another special guest at this point. Raksha Khatse is live with us, Minister of State, Government of India for Youth Affairs and Sports. Ms. Khatse, thank you very much for being with us today on NewsX. Your first reaction to today's budget, आपकी पहली प्रतिक्रिया आज के budget पर, what did you make of the announcements today? आज के budget का push, focus क्या रहा आपके नजरिए में? Okay, I think we've lost Raksha Khatse there, but Sandeep Chaufla, quickly coming back across to you now on the the Income Tax Act, of course, also rolling out from the 1st of April. Implementation begins, of course, with this in the new financial year. How has that really contributed to increasing demand and increasing consumption?
See, the demand and increased consumption, from an income tax perspective, would not be based on the new Income Tax Act, but it's based more on the rationalization of the tax rates and the slabs which happened in the last year, which really which increased the disposable income by reducing the taxation burden on the common person. So that really